Saturday, September 20th, and it's senior night and alumni night in a 50th anniversary home game celebration. Your 4-1 London Beefeaters take on the visiting 2-3 Quinte Skyhawks. Let's have a look at the highlights and scoring plays of the game. Getting things started in the first quarter, Fonte's going to find Ferguson on a nice little connection, and then we'll see our stable of running backs get started with Nick Fonte with a tough run up the middle, and then Zach Delwo entering the conversation on a tough run as well. Beefs march the field, but no score on the drive. Quinte backed up. We'll see Wesley Graham hitting Isaiah Lockwood on a nice connection, but then a TFL from Von Lukawicki of the Beefs, and then we'll get this ball back to Delwo. More tough running up the middle. DJ Fonte on the pull, and Keep picks up a first down. We'll give the ball back to Delwo on another really strong run, but no score on this drive. We'll see the Quinte Skyhawks backed up once again. One more connection to Lockwood, but we're going to finish the first quarter zeros on the board. Beefs still on offense in the second half. Let's give this ball to Nick Fonte, who's going to go on a 23-yard run up the middle. First down, Beefs. And then Fonte's going to put this one in the air to Michael Downs. Touchdown, Beefeaters.
Michael Downs. Touchdown, Beefeaters.
Quinte back on offense. We'll see Graham connect with Lockwood, and then Graham connect with Van Dyke for a first down. Graham's going to try and keep this one, but he's met in the backfield by Henches. And on the next play, dual action from Rivera and Lukawicki forcing Quinte to punt. Beefs back on offense. Fonte puts this one in the air. He's looking for his man. Unfortunately, it's tipped right to number 28, Tariq Downey, who's going to put Quinte in great scoring position. And we'll see Graham hit his man Lockwood one more time, and then hand off the ball to Vendetti, who will march this one across the goal line. Touchdown, Quinte. PAT's good. We got sevens on the board. Beefs looking to put the ball back in the air again. Nice connection to Visavath. Then Fonte having a peek downfield. Nope, let's just pull this one and get ourselves in great field position. Beefs put a couple of plays in, but with little time left, they opt for the field goal. Rivard splits the uprights, and we go into the half, 10-7. After the half, Beefs with the onside kick to start off the third quarter. They recover and go right back to work on offense, where we're going to see Delwo back to work here on the no-quit run. Shortly afterwards, let's give this one right back to Nick Fonte, who finds another gear, hits the outside, but no score on this drive. Quinte back to work. We're going to see Graham connect with Van Dyke, and then a big tackle for a loss by number 59, Henches, as Quinte's trying to run the ball. Quinte will have to punt, but we get all sorts of pressure. Here's Wes Schneider with the block, and the Beefs go back to work on offense. Beefs in their end. Fonte evading danger. Launches this one downfield. It's almost picked off, but nope, it's going to be tipped right to the hands of number 14, Brandon Visavath, who's going to make a house call. Touchdown, Beefs. We head to the fourth, where it's 17-9, and Graham's going to find his man Van Dyke downfield for a first down. The Beefs will have to punt shortly afterwards. This one bounces off the chest of the returner, and there's Alejandro Rivera to jump on it. First down, Beefs, where we're going to see Fonte pull this one and make himself a little Fonte house call. Touchdown, Beefs. Beefs defense continuing the pressure for the rest of the quarter. Richard and Lukawicki getting involved. Then we've got Theed, Rivera, and Hepburn on the case. And then here comes Clay Richard like a rocket on the sack on the stat sheet. Beefs will flip back to offense one more time. Let's give the ball to the player of the game, number 22, Zach Delwo. And then the Beefs are pretty much just going to knee this one out, and that's the game. The final 25-13 for the Beefs on Alumni Night, celebrating their 50th anniversary.